Good morning, friends. The time is 9:23. I'm meteorologist Ashley Ruiz in the Storm Tracker Weather Team Weather Center this morning, and we are tracking that cold Arctic air that has finally moved in. Cold front well to our east now, and you can see that between Pensacola and Tallahassee, 43 and 68, whereas here in Baton Rouge, we are sitting at 36 degrees, 22 right now in Lubbock. You factor in that strong northerly wind that we're feeling here. Feels like the single digits in Oklahoma City, Memphis right now, and then Nashville. 10 degrees is what it feels like. Even here in Baton Rouge, feels like 27 degrees. So dry air is really starting to invade that line of moisture. You can even see high pressure. You notice how quickly the cloud line, as you could see, the cloud and clearing line, how quickly the clouds are eroding as of right now. So high pressure is settling on in, so we'll likely see sunshine within the next few hours. And even though we'll see sunshine, we're still anticipating some very cold temperatures throughout the day. And even right now, likely seeing some drizzle, maybe a few tiny little sleet pellets, but really there's just not enough moisture at this point. What we're really concerned about, the wind, dangerous wind chills, and then the dangerous temperatures that we're going to see overnight. So there is a wind advisory in effect through noon, and that may even be extended if the winds still stick around. We're looking at a steady wind out of the north, sustained between 15 and 20 miles per hour, with wind gusts between 25 and 35 miles per hour. Lafayette, about an hour ago, you saw a wind gust up to 40 miles per hour. So that will be very possible going forward. We're still seeing wet roads across the area. This is our live tower cam overlooking Perkins Row and Perkins. You can just see that this is pointing to the northeast or northeast, and we're still seeing gray conditions. And again, that is going to be the case at least for the next several hours. But we're seeing that clearing. Fort Polk's already starting to see some sunshine. Actual temperatures around the area: 33 right now in Kentwood, 40 degrees in Gonzales, 37 in Bogalusa, and Opelousas 35. But again, you factor in the winds out of the north, it feels like 27. So what you're seeing right now are the wind chills, what it feels like to our skin and to our bodies. The feels like temperatures that we're seeing right now are what our actual air temperatures will be tomorrow morning. So that is why we have a hard freeze warning in effect, which I'll get to in just a sec. But going forward into the afternoon, temperatures will warm up into the lower 40s, may see some mid 40s depending, but overall we're looking at temperatures mainly in the 40s, and wind chills will eventually get back into the 30s, but that is about it. Once we hit sunset, temperatures are going to drop into the 30s. So if you are going to be walking your dog or anything of that nature, keep it short, keep it sweet, and I would do it before sunset because it's going to be so cold tonight. Freeze alerts all across the deep south. Hard freeze warning is that purple color that you see, or the LSU color, or Barney color if you will, and then that deep purple, that is the freeze warning, which extends all the way to the coast and at least portions of our coastal parishes. So the entire Baton Rouge area, except for a selective few closer to the coast, are under this hard freeze warning. So we are looking at Tuesday night or Tuesday evening at 8 p.m. all the way through Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. that hard freeze warning will be in effect. So this is futurecast temperatures showing that pretty much the entire area, even pretty much all of southeast Louisiana except for New Orleans and Belle Chase, will see temperatures in the mid-20s. So a low of 25 degrees tonight, but I will not be surprised to see a few areas closer to the Mississippi-Louisiana state line to fall into the lower 20s. And this is going to be the case for several hours. And not just that, the winds will be out of the north between 5 and 10 miles per hour, so it's going to feel like the upper teens and lower 20s. So this is what it will feel like to us tomorrow morning. So the kids are heading to school, they're going to need layers, plenty of layers, and I mean even by the afternoon we'll be in the 40s and 50s. They can maybe shed a layer, but they want to wear hats, scarves, mittens, you want to wear boots, you just want to be able to cover up every portion of your body to protect yourself from the cold. So basically, to break it down for you, because of that hard freeze warning that we have in effect, this basically means that we're looking at Temperatures at 32 of freezing or lower. We're looking at between 9 and 13 hours with some areas, again, in South Mississippi or Southwest Mississippi. I will not be surprised to see some of these areas up to 15 hours of below freezing, at or below freezing temperatures, and temperatures around 25 or lower. Again, that hard freeze warning area up to 4 hours or even potentially all the way up to 8 hours. So this is why that hard freeze warning is in effect, because a hard freeze can and will kill your plants and crops. So you'll have to bring them in if you can, and if you cannot bring your plants in, just put a sheet over them, a blanket, a towel, anything that will basically keep any frost or ice from forming on your plants. And it may damage exposed pipes as well, so you want to wrap any exterior pipes that are exposed to the cold outside. And not just that, you may want to open your kitchen cabinet doors that are under your sink, just to let the heat from your home kind of keep the pipes a little warm so they don't freeze up. And you can drip your faucet just the diameter of maybe a pencil eraser or so. It's not going to make your water bill go crazy high. Don't worry about that. Trust me, you'd rather that than your pipes busting, and by any means. And then don't forget that freezing temperatures can and will harm animals. So livestock animals, they have to have a warm place to be. Your pets, for one, your pets should be indoors regardless. But if they must be outside by any means, I don't know why they would have to be outside, but if they would have to be, you need to provide warm and dry shelter for them. Keep in mind, we had some rain today, and so some frost can form even if they're salivating or anything like that. Their water could freeze over, and face the opening of the shelter away from the wind. So we're going to have a wind out of the north, so turn their shelter away from the wind, because again, that could cause some major harm. And if you encounter an animal that's in distress, leave it alone and just call the authorities immediately, because keep in mind, yes, if it's too cold for you, it's too cold for them as well. So to break down your hazards, okay, so the cold rain, not really an issue anymore. Maybe some drizzle, mainly the cold rain mixed with sleet. That was a little earlier in the morning, but no impacts expected with that. Wind chills, 20s and 30s today, teens and 20s during the morning tomorrow, but even during the day tomorrow, we're looking at wind chills or feels like temperatures in the 30s and 40s, but highs will be in the 50s or around 50 degrees tomorrow. And again, the main thing is that hard freeze and freeze warning. So keep in mind, temperatures below freezing will last for about 9 to 13 or more hours. So again, that could cause some major damage. But the good news is there is some warming in sight. So these are afternoon temperatures. So Wednesday we warm up to the 50s, Thursday 50s. So it's going to be a chilly week, but we'll gradually warm back up, and our overnight temperatures won't be as cold as well. We'll still be in the 30s tomorrow night, but we won't be hitting freezing or hard freeze by any means. But check it out. Our next chance for rain comes into play on Thursday, a 40% chance for rain, and still going to be chilly. We'll see overnight temperatures in the 30s, afternoon temperatures in the 60s, and basically we'll wrap it up here in just a sec, but just to kind of reiterate, that hard freeze warning kicks in tonight at 8 p.m. lasting through Wednesday morning. Don't forget the 4 Ps or even the 5 Ps. Protect people, pets, plants, pipes, and always practice fire safety. So if you are using a space heater, make sure you have a nice 3-foot radius pretty much between you and anything combustible, because again, we don't want to hear any fires around the area. But again, the 5 Ps: protect people, pets, plants, your pipes, and always practice fire safety. So we'll wrap it on up there. We'll have more updates on BRProud.com. You can download the free BR Proud app. It's a very nice tool to have. You can follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and then you could even follow my Facebook page and Twitter, meteorologist Ashley Ruiz, and Chief Meteorologist Jesse Gunkel will be in tonight starting at 5 o'clock, and he'll have all that you need to know, and we'll be tracking this for you all the way through. I'll see you guys tomorrow morning starting at 5 a.m. on NBC Local 33.